a Deputy Assistant U.S. Secretary of State and author of Saving Democratic Foreign Policy, joining us now from Maryland. Good to see you again. So, Graham Platner is now reflecting on his next moves. To be clear, it wasn't the Nazi tattoo that sparked enough outrage or other sex allegations, but this most recent claim that is making him rethink his next political moves. Make it make sense.
Yeah, Benita, look, nothing that this man says should be believed at all. He has been lying for months about his past adoption of a Nazi tattoo and wearing it for 18 years and then acting as if he didn't know what it was. He has been implicated in continual smears against people of color, against women, against gay people, and the list goes on and on. And then, of course, recently there was an allegation of sexual misconduct that he blew off, and he told Senate Democrats in a closed-door meeting in Washington that that was it. There were no more controversies. So this is just too far. And we should have known as Democrats that this guy, and many of us did, I have to say, myself included, criticized him. We should have known that this was a bad seed that should never have been allowed to continue in the Democratic primaries. And so now, to your point, it doesn't make sense, and he controls everything. He can basically say he's not quitting, and then he will be on the ballot regardless. And there's a real time crunch here for Democrats who want this seat. This is a winnable seat against Susan Collins in Maine, and we need this seat as a Democrat, we do, in order to get the majority back in the Senate. And so Graham Platner has just been a consistent disaster, and he still is at this moment.
Over and above the allegations of sexual misconduct, which he denies, as you alluded to, he also said he covered that tattoo and wasn't aware of the Nazi significance at the time he got the tattoo. That certainly is ludicrous, to put it mildly. And it begs the question, Joel, what kind of vetting process happens there in the United States?
Yeah, Benita, it's a tragedy on every possible level that this individual got to where he is right now in our political process. And he's a fake candidate. I have to explain to folks who are watching that this is an individual who was identified by a bunch of far-left activists associated with the DSA. And you and I have spoken about the DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America. They identified someone who they thought fit a stereotype of what a working class candidate could look like, and they picked him out of hundreds of potential winners in a sort of a pageant of auditions to try to figure out who could be the next senator from Maine. So he's always been a fraud. And the Nazi tattoo, they were not aware of, they claimed, and then they were aware of it. And he had an earlier political director quit, saying there's more, we should get away from him. And they didn't want to because the allure of him as a champion for the left was too powerful. He got popular, and they got intoxicated with the potential of him winning from the far left, from the anti-Israel, anti-Semitic wing of the Democratic Party.
And now that these new claims with evidence have come through, what kind of reaction is there within the leadership of the Democratic Party right now? This is hugely damaging, no doubt about that.
I'll tell you what, there's anger everywhere, and all the lists I'm on and all the conversations I'm having with people across the party, there is tremendous finger pointing right now by the establishment leadership, Chuck Schumer and others, who said, this guy, we always didn't like him, and we knew something was wrong with him. You can't have someone wear a Nazi tattoo for 18 years and somehow think he's okay. And you on the left, you pushed him forward, and now you've put us in this position where we may lose the opportunity to win this seat. Finger pointing in every direction. A lot of I told you so's as well coming, as you can hear it from where I am as well. And people on the left now, finally, even Bernie Sanders just a few minutes ago, acknowledging reality that he shouldn't be on the ticket. But I got to say, it's really an embarrassment to them and their ethical judgment to have allowed this kind of an individual to continue to this point in the race.
A stain on the campaign in Maine, and as you say, hugely damaging to the party. We wait to see what happens next. For now, thank you so much, as always, Joel Rubin, live from Maryland. Thank you.